I've always been drawn in creative ways to make money. It's been a form of art, a form of self-expression to me. So I've tried so many things. And I used to play poker as a side hobby, and this dates back a long time ago. When I was a child, it was the best thing ever to watch poker players figuring themselves out, the other people out. There's so much magic there. There's mathematics, there's psychology. It's amazing. So for a long time, I played poker as a side hobby and sort of as a side job on the weekends when I was studying. I've done the exact same with sports betting. So make it sort of a half job, a hustle, a side gig that gives you just enough money to live. Or if you're already making money, it's a nice extra. It's low effort, nice extra. So I've done both of these. I've been full on sports betting, full on taking advantage of overpriced odds, arbitrages. And I've also been full on poker. I have lived in the US only to play poker. I've played in streams, I've made poker vlog, I have done it all. So I want to reflect slightly on these quite similar methods of making money. There's certain principles like expected value that governs everything we do in both poker and also in sports betting. Poker used to be a super lucrative market for some years. So if we look at the early years of online poker, like if you knew what you were doing even slightly more than opponents, you were printing money in the long term. Those years, however, are long gone. Online poker is extremely competed right now. And to actually make nice money, like I know people who are playing tournaments as profession. It's super hard work and the field is actually very strong. I personally, in 2022, was in the US playing live poker. So I just neglected online version. I just wanted to play live. It was sort of traveling, exploration, and then also wanting to make some nice money. And yes, you still can make a living playing live poker, but it's gotten very difficult compared to what it used to be. And the expenses are going up and up and up. Like you have to rent Airbnbs, you have to get flight tickets if you're going from Europe to play live poker in the US. There's not that many great games in the Europe, sadly. You have to study the game a lot. So you have to physically go there. You have to study the game a lot. And you have to be just prepared to do a lot of manual work because you have to sit on the table and you have to be present. And it's tough work. If you want to have sort of traveling experience and you've been playing for some time, then it might make sense. Okay, study the game well, then try it out. How would it be to play something like blinds of $2, $5? But it's very hard. It's very hard to do that well these days. You have to get in a circle. You have to sort of be a vlogger that gets invited to the right games. That's the way to make money. You have to break a barrier. You have to know the right people. You have to please the right people to actually make money with live poker in 2025 and probably onwards, because it's so easy to get the information online. There are so many vlogs, there's so many ways to study the game that obviously the level of the game has gotten up seriously. So I did a few trips playing poker as a professional full-time player, and I did quit it. I decided to quit it because I saw all of this. It's manual labor. Even if you could do sustainably something like $50 an hour, $60 an hour, which I think you can do if you are picky with the games, this is possible. And then once it gets really high stakes, so blinds like 200, 400, where normal regs can't afford those games anymore. Then it becomes lucrative. So if you look at the best stream games like Hustler games, yeah, I mean, that's a gold mine, but you need some hundreds of thousands of euros as a bankroll. Preferably you need some millions of euros as a bankroll to play those, and that's a hard thing to get. But in everyday life, it's very competitive and hard market to do sustainably and highly profitably in 2025. Now, in sports betting, the best things have been that you do not need to leave your house. You do not need to study the game. You don't need any prior experience. If you are an alien that landed on planet Earth today, like, you need an ID, working ID, you need a couple hundreds of euros as a bankroll, you can start. That's it. You don't need any prior knowledge, you don't need any prior experience. You can start it immediately because there are these sites like Rebel Betting that does all the mathematics for you. No need to know maths, no need to have prior experience. You can just start because there's already these programs that have cracked the game. Rebel Betting is one of those. Rebel Betting analyzes millions and millions of different odds every single minute and picks only the ones that are overpriced. So you don't have to do anything else but to place the bet. And you don't have to do this for hours and hours and hours. Every day, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, 1 hour. That's all you need. And you can still consistently make hundreds of euros of each month. You can make over 1,000 euros each month consistently if you dedicate 30 minutes to 45 minutes a day on betting. And also weekends are the highest time when most of the bets are in the weekend. So if you can prioritize 2 hours in weekends and you keep it sustainable, you keep it consistent, you will be profitable with 100% accuracy. And that is not as thrilling as an idea than playing poker is. Playing live poker, you know, figuring itself out face to face. But yeah, there's some of that. There's some of those cool moments in poker. Mostly it's grinding. You're sitting, being disciplined. It's almost like meditation when you're doing it right. You're just being very, very disciplined. So to bring it together, poker requires a lot of training, a lot of theory knowledge, a lot of discipline. If you are from Europe, usually you need to go to the US if you want to play cash games. And then there's all of these tax, and there's a lot of costs for that. So for full-time regs that also play online, and then they go like full-on professional poker players, it's still a fundamentally nice way to make money. For everybody else, nope. There's smarter and easier ways to make money in 2025 and onwards. One of those ways is value betting. Another way is arbitrage betting. And that's everything that Rebel Betting does. It removes all of your cognitive work. You have the answers right away. The game is pre-figured. So if you haven't yet, please try out Rebel Betting. 14 days completely free. See yourself that it works. If we look at just the past 2 years, Rebel Betting users have made over 14 million euros of profits in 2 years. So check out our Trustpilot, check out our YouTube channel, the community online. It really works. So please try it out. That's all I had this time. My name is Mikael. It's been an honor to be on this journey with you for all these years. And let's see each other again on the next video.